Greetings. Seems like that's how every video starts, isn't it? Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm Brian with Okie Farm and Feed. Previously, Okie Farm and Hatchery, and that's a whole story I'll have to tell you guys about that may be of interest to some of you other chicken type farmers that like hatching eggs. But just wanted to give you a quick update, getting ready to go feed. Haven't done any videos in a while. We've been super busy. We'll go out and feed and go see how everybody's doing. Okay. Oh my goodness. Grasshopper jumped in there. Hi, Tina. Hello, random rooster. So, I want to show you this. You know, there's some things that you're like, why haven't we been doing that? Why haven't we followed recommendations? And I think a lot of it is because of the volume that we're doing. Sometimes it's not practical to do certain things like fermenting feed. But we've been taking the time to do it in the evening and have it ready ahead of time. And so really, when you take and you ferment your feed, you use 50% the amount of feed that you normally do when it's dry. And you think, oh, that's crazy, there's no way. But due to the volume of the feed, whenever, because you feed chickens by weight, okay, so quarter pound per bird. So whenever you soak it and saturate that feed, then it obviously increases the weight. It swells up and increases in volume. And so the good thing about doing this with the feed, especially with an organic feed, is that you get all that NutriBalancer and all that, those small particles of the dust, I call it. All that gets saturated, and then it sticks together, and then it increases the volume of your feed that might get lost if you just throw it on the feed on the ground. And also with ours, even the ones that we feed in a trough or in a feeder, they wind up not eating that part anyway. And so whenever you soak it and it gets attached to the rest of the feed, then they tend to eat it all up. So, hi, Tina. Hey guys, go. So we always just feed on the ground, and they wind up eating it all. Well, normally, when you have that mineral and stuff that's small particles, it just gets lost in the grass, and a lot of times they, might not eat it. But this way, it all kind of clumps together and sticks, and then they wind up eating it all. So there's Ted, who we thought was Ted, but looking more like a Tess instead of a Ted. So I'm no. Hey, you get out of here, rooster. Oh, jeez. Now I got a rooster in here. You better get before you get beat up. Go. Nope, not that way. Yeah, you get him. There you go. You get him. You tell him get out of my coop. Where was I? Tess. So I'm pretty sure this is a hen. We paid for a Jake, and if they knew that this for sure that this was a hen, I doubt that we would have gotten it at the price we paid. So now it looks like possibly having two hens, which is awesome. But so we had to change the name from Ted to Tess. One thing that you kind of learn about turkeys. Turkeys actually have little different dietary requirements than chickens. So even though they're in there and they think that they're chickens and hang out with the barred rocks, they you say hi. they have different dietary requirements. Obviously, they're a bigger bird. They need a higher protein. Um, so we feed them turkey grower, and you watch Tess. Tess is now finally tall enough to get up there. She used to have to just jump on the edge of the feeder and eat out of it. Now she's tall enough. We had to put it up high because the chickens kept going over there and eating all the turkey food. And those hens, they were actually beating up Tess when Tess was younger, and kind of got their bluff in on her. But she's gotten bigger than them now, so it's not near as bad. But it's just the way it goes, pecking order. All right, let's go check on the bachelors. Got the old bachelor pen. Still got them in here. I'm trying to settle in and get a time that I can process these birds. Otherwise, we're just fattening them up. So you remember old random rooster that was over there and got in with the barred rocks and Tina? He's just hanging out here. And I said, hey, you want to go in there with your friends and the bachelors? And he just wandered on in there. So I'm like, there you go. You got another fraternity brother now. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the old frat house here. They gave him a whopping a while ago just to initiate him. So I'm sure he'll get a little bit more, but we'll see. He'll probably be happier in there with some company. He's a nice bird. When you see the babies, I don't know if you last time you saw these baby chicks. These are ones that Lacey right there hatched and mothered. There's five of them, but they hatched on the farm and growing up, and man, they're some awesome looking chicks. That lavender one there, that lacy one there, the dark one. I'm not saying that she laid all the eggs, but she mothered them. Where's that one? There's that one right there. That one's so cool. Got blue and copper and red. And look at those yellow legs. My goodness. Hardly ever seen legs as yellow as that. Pretty bird. Can't wait to see him grow up. There's Hoss. There's little Mike. There's big Mike. All right. I forgot to introduce or say hi.
Hi.
This is my pumpkin.
Wearing my pumpkin outfit today.
Because I call her Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin.
My pumpkin.
All right. Here we go, boys. Leon. Are you hungry? You are? Hi, Patch. Hang on, let me turn this off. Oh, about bit it. All right, here we go. Oh, Leon. Leon is still a puppy. Takes these great purities. Takes them a while to grow up, especially the males. They're probably 2 years old before they start acting how they should. All right. Hi, Patch. How are you, buddy? Yeah. Feeding them some goat feed, goat mash that just a good balanced organic goat feed. You can see how good a shape these goats are. And then I put some Lespedeza pellets in there with them, been supplementing that some. And that's awesome for worms, parasites, any gut health. Lespedeza is one of the best things. The only problem with Lespedeza is it's hard to come by, especially organic. It's hard to come by, and so it's only seasonal that you can get it. And so you have to hang on. You have to get it when you can. For us, being a dealer, Lespedeza, I can only order 2 bags per order. I don't know how often I could do that, but I do it once a month. So, and it's only, in season for so long. And so once it's out till they grow more, because it's a seasonal grass. And try to figure out a way if there's any way I could grow it here. And I'm going to look into it, see if I could just grow our own. But it's expensive, and but it's really, really good stuff. So if you haven't heard of it, look it up, check it out, and see what it's all about. But it's some good stuff. So I've been rationing it right now, and I don't think I can ration enough, like 2 or 4 bags all year, and however many I can get, especially when customers want it too. So I can't hold it all for myself. Wanted to show you this real quick. This is where the goats were, and it's grown up with ground cover now, which is fine, whatever that junk is. But at least the trees are trimmed all the way up as tall as the goats are, as high as they could reach. But you can see all the way through there now. It's not dense. And if I went in there and mowed that, it would just be a nice area. But what's awesome is the chickens get in there after the goats move, and they, spread all that manure that the goats left, and get in there and they till up the ground in there. They like those fresh new areas. But this is the next area we moved them to, and had a down tree here, and you couldn't even hardly see that tree. There's so much growth in there. Vines, you see all the vines there. But they've eaten every single leaf you can see as high as they could reach. They even climbed up on top of um, those logs, and got up there and got all those leaves as high as they could. But they love cedar trees. They've eaten all those around that tree right there, and all the way down. It's kind of hard to see, but it's cleared all the way down, way back down there at the bottom of the hill. And they did it in like a month with these 2 little goats. So amazing what they can do. So we're getting ready to move them again, move them over to the next section down, and that's grown up. Leon, get out of there. Leon, hey. He's not supposed to be eating goat feed. Anyway, that's it. One thing I learned from a livestock guardian dog, Razor, was that, kind of how to condition your dogs, how to train them when they're new. And one of the things was ensuring that they do everything to take care of the animals that they're protecting. And so one of the things is ensuring there's no food aggression. And if that's the case, then you need to get in there and handle it right then and aggressively to let them know that's not acceptable. And I've had to do that with Leon a couple of times, because he would try to eat the goat food, and he would, run off the goats from their food. So livestock guardian dogs, they gotta, as natural as they are at guarding, you still gotta train them. Like say, especially the males, they are not very mature till probably 18 to 24 months, and you just got to stay on them and train them, because they're just dumb teenagers. And so um, they do silly things. They like to mess with the goats and play around with them. And that's not what they're there for. They're there to, that's not cute. They're not buddy buddy with the goat. They're there to protect them and at all costs. So they've got to know that. They got to know what their job is and, you know, focus on that and not think that they're a goat themselves. These are the Okie Blue and Okie Green we've been developing, and they're coming along nice. They're all, I think they're all laying now. The hens are and laying pretty consistent. So we're going to try to incubate some of these. Well, we are. We're not going to try. We are. Tomorrow we're going to start them, and then we're going to have these birds hatching when we go to the homestead rendezvous here in about 3 weeks. So if you're in the area near McAllister, Oklahoma, and can make it, it'd be worth coming to learn all kinds of things, meet all kinds of people doing a variety of different homesteading activities and everything from gardening, horticulture, all kinds of just anything you might want to do in your homestead. You can come and find out about it, hear from experts, and kind of how they're doing it, and if you can probably learn something about it, or if you've never done it before, go, hey, I might be interested in doing that. So it'll be a lot of fun. It's 2 days, the end of September, and I'll be there. Me and Ginger will be there. Have our we'll have a booth set up, and we're actually one of the sponsors of the event. I got an email saying, "Hey, what are you guys talking about at the event?" We're like, "Talking? I didn't know we had to talk. We had to didn't know we had to give a talk." I said, "Yeah, sure. We'd love for you to." So we're going to be talking on both days. Obviously, talking about chickens, and we do some raising of chickens and some techniques, and especially pasture poultry. So it'll be a good time. We'll see how it goes. Looking forward to it. Hopefully, if any of y'all can come, it'd be great, and great to meet you if I haven't met you before, and just have a good time. Well, let's get a little update on Copperhead. He's back in the hospital. His foot swelled up, and he still seemed, to bothering him. He was hobbling around, and so some of that, I didn't know if it was he's hobbling because he's, it's just sore, and there's a big bump on his foot, or what. But it seemed when his foot started swelling back up, it was twice the size of his other foot. So we said, hey, we need to treat him some more and keep him in isolation till he gets better. But his foot's gone down a lot. We treated it again, put some some Prid on it, I think's what it's called. It's supposed to dry out any infection, and so we're going to do that a little bit more and soak his foot, draw some more out, and then you just keep it wrapped until it can kind of heal up again. So he's not happy, but he wasn't feeling good, so we'll get you restored back to health, buddy. Okay? He's a good patient. All right, I just got done for the day, and got my next bucket filled up. You can see how some of the light ones float to the top, but it's really not that full. I leave about, right there's the feed, about 3 inches over water cover over, and by tomorrow that will absorb all this water, and it will just be mushy. Might be a little bit of water still. It'll just be soft and mushy, and really no water on top. So it does put off a little bit of a smell, just like a fermenting smell, but it's not bad. It's not like overwhelming or anything. If you left it for too long, you might start brewing beer. Soak it for 3 days, and then it's really fermented. Probably provides the most benefit to the chickens at 3 days. But if you want to do it for just overnight, 1 day, I mean, that works too. It'll be soft and starting to ferment, but you do it for 3 days and it'll really be fermented. I put half. We feed 30 pounds of feed a day, and I put 15 pounds in there and filled it up with water, covered it about 3 inches, and it'll be ready to go tomorrow. And it's plenty of food to feed these chickens, as you see. So there you go, Okie. Another Okie tip of the day. And you're not fermenting your feed or soaking your feed, then you're missing out. Well, stay tuned for the next video, and I'll try to explain what happened and how we changed from Okie Farm and Hatchery to Okie Farm and Feed and that wild journey. But logo didn't change much, but I like it. And we will see you guys next time.